Hey everybody, it's Chuck. Guess what? I had a weird thing happen today. Weird meaning it's like a combination of my two favorite things. I mean, you guys know I love my Cybertruck, right? But I'm in a place where there's a whole lot of Cybertrucks and a whole lot of Teslas. I've made videos here before when all those Cybertrucks out there and you guys were like, oh, nobody's buying them, and they were gone the next day. Yeah, Cybertrucks are selling just fine. Don't you worry about that. But my other favorite hobby, Chuck's honeybees. Well, guess what? My friends at Tesla here just happen to remember I'm a beekeeper, and we're here in the Tesla Service Center out here on A-Best Road. Great place. You guys need to check this place out if you hadn't been here. They do a great job. But look what they found. They found my second favorite thing, honeybees. So, just as a favor to Tesla, I'm coming out here, I'm picking these bees up, it's for free. I don't charge for this sort of stuff to my friends. So, anyway, I'm gonna put you on camera, we're gonna talk about the bees, but just kind of a funny thing happened here on March 24th. It is swarm season here in Jacksonville. All right, stick with me, we're gonna get those bees. All right, so, you guys can hear me. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm just trying to get the queen first. So I don't want to take this tree apart, but I just want you guys to understand honeybees in a swarm mode are not defensive. So you don't need to be afraid of them. I mean, you might not want to go grab them like I did if you don't know what you're doing, but the reason I grabbed them is because I understand how they think and how they work. But the first thing to do, oh look, there's a drone. Look, if you're gonna play with bees, give this to your kids. The drones here, they got the big beady football eyes, and they don't have stingers. So those are the ones you want to have. These do have stingers, but I'm looking for the queen first. I got some tools here to help this go a little quicker. Got a box. Bees go in a box. But there's a lot more bees to get, so we're gonna do this for a few minutes. All right, if you guys on camera find the queen before me, you get to win, but I bet I find her before you do, because you can't see as well. There's a couple ways to do this. This little basket I've got lets bees just kind of fall in a bucket. They kind of hang on this thing. And if I can get the queen in the bucket, they're gonna come to her. That's the most important thing. If she's not in the bucket, they're gonna go right back where she is. There's drones in here too, which is great. Drones spread the genetic diversity of the honeybees. All right, Mama, where you at?
Think this gonna sting me?
If you pinch her, she will.
So as long as I don't pinch it.
Yeah. And it's not that, it's just a reflexive response when you pinch, you know. It's not a...
So do you take them somewhere else and then relocate them?
Yeah, I have an apiary at my house and in my neighborhood, so I have like 30 hives at home, so this will just join the crowd. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you pick up bees, there's always a few stragglers that don't stay in the box.
You just always have a few swarming around you.
Or in my jacket, or up my sleeve, or up my pant legs, all the things, you know. Yeah, she's not in there yet. Oh, there she is. Got her. See her? Right here. See her? She's a little darker than you described her yesterday. That's her. Okay.
So she was in there the whole time?
No, she could have just landed. There she is. Is that the one you saw yesterday? Yeah. Okay. It's the queen.
But how do you know?
Well, so here, I'll show you.
She's bigger than
So if like, look, see the difference between the worker and the queen? She's longer. She has a slender, pointed abdomen.
Okay, I see.
And see the thorax is so much darker and with a little dot kind of on the back of her. Now, this is, here you go. You want to record this because she was born this year, this is how you mark a queen. And marking it makes it easier to find her, like if I lose her again. So you grab the three, I'm right-handed, so I grab her three left legs. And we have a color scheme every year that we change colors every 5 years. So blue is the year in 5. So I got this marker here. We use a little bit of enamel. She gets a blue dot in her thorax. The blue dot in her thorax marks her as a 2025 queen, and it makes it pretty easy to see, right? You know, she's gonna crawl around and be pretty easy.
Are they fighting?
No, they're trying. This is their queen, and they know it. Okay, well that's success. Now you know what? I don't think she was there the whole time. I think she flew and landed there.
She was at the bottom yesterday.
Yeah. Let me, let's see, I got something I need to put her in. It's a little bit safer than this. Oh, good, I'm so glad this ended this way. Okay. Okay, all's well that ends well. She found her way back. So what I do here, see they're feeding her. See they know she's the queen. So I put her in a cage. Not because, well, A, you saw how difficult it can be to find her, but now that she's in here, all of her smells are going to be part of what helps keep them in here, right? So when I get to the house, I'll put them in a hive, and then she'll go into a full cage. But now, she can go on the bottom down here.
Is this the march?
It will be in a second. Okay, so now we can be a little bit more aggressive, right? Because now I'm not worried about squishing the queen, so I'm going to kind of hurry them up just a little bit by going, you guys go in there.
Can I scoop some?
Yeah, now just be gentle. You know what you're doing. You've done it before, so you can scoop them in there. when they're in this mode, they're really not defending anything yet.
Wow. No way.
Pretty cool, right?
Wow.
You just hold them. And tolerating buzzing, stinging insects on your hand takes a little bit of mental fortitude, depending on how you're raised. It's just, there's reflexes you're dealing with, right? Going, I shouldn't be doing this. But it's really pretty safe when they're in this mode.
And what mode is it? That
Swarming. They don't have a hive to defend. There's not honey and brood and young and everything. They're protecting right now, right? They're in that, looking for a house to rent kind of mode, not. Okay, a couple more tricks I got to kind of help them along. So this is just water. This kind of makes them a little less flighty. Kind of makes them think it's raining. Let's get inside, that kind of a thing.
Jonathan!
Yeah, come look.
Now, take a look inside at that cage I put in there. Hey, take a look at that cage inside if you want to see how they're behaving because they know she's in a cage. See how they're just covering it up? So the cage is, they know she's in there, and this will create a fanning behavior. I did, we did. She ended up flying back, and she was right on the top of the hive. She's pretty small, virgin, but she wasn't there the whole time. She obviously just came back. She's right on top, just.
Is she friendly?
She's in a cage now, so she's not going anywhere. So now it's just the bees realizing she's in there and to go in.
Now, Chuck, all these bees will not make the move, correct?
I can sit here another hour and a half and they'll all go in, but in the next 20, 30 minutes, most of them will settle on here what they're gonna start doing is fanning and saying she's in here.
Now, in the next 20, 30 they protect her?
They do, and they're sort of telling, because all these, 99% of these bees are worker bees, female worker bees, and they're gonna start saying she's in here, let's go, let's move into the hive. Or just like they were on this ball, they called each other to that little ball and they were nice and settled in that ball, right? They're gonna kind of do the same thing in the box once they all know. Just kind of shake your hand and they'll drop.
It's impressive.
It probably won't crawl off. You probably have to just shake. There you go.
Jonathan, come touch her. As long as you're just very calm, like, look.
Yeah, it's really cool, Jonathan.
I'm not gonna pull
You're
it
in touch with nature.
Give me that little brush over there. Is it on the ground? Do you see it? Is it right under your foot? There we go. There we go.
This one has been like my little friend and has been on me the entire time.
I can't believe they only live 6 weeks. That's so sad.
In the summertime. Now, you can almost measure a bee's life by wing beats, because in the winter they don't go out as much. They stay inside, and think about up north, they're under the snow in the hives, so they don't go out at all. They live a little bit longer in the winter up north, but effectively they live 6 weeks of working, you can think of it, right? So in the summertime, when they're just getting nectar and pollen every single day, about 6 weeks. They work themselves to death, basically.
Like, literally. Okay. Chuck, thank you again.
You bet, guys. Thanks for calling me.
Yeah, I'm glad they got somebody so knowledgeable out here.
Well, it sounded like you guys had a trouble ticket in for pest control, which would have just eradicated them.
Yeah.
I was really upset about that. I'm like, no.
I mean, the advice I always give people, and even if it's where you work or whatever, is, find a beekeeper. And if you don't have a beekeeper, then every town has a bee club.
Yes.
So you could Google Jacksonville Bee Club, and there would have been a website on there with names and phone numbers of people you could call. That's always what I tell people to do, no matter where they live. Is just Google your bee club, and you'll probably find a phone number if somebody will come get them.
Yo, this one's licking me. Is that its tongue?
It's called a proboscis, but yep, that's how they get nectar and water and. Oh, me too.
I asked Alvin and Jonathan to call him because
Yeah.
and And then Aaron was like, "That's a great idea."
That's pretty incredible.
We finally found the queen. Yeah, she's in there.
Now, are you gonna market that as Tesla honey?
It eventually will be, that's for sure. What a combination of my favorite things.
That's right.
Yep, we did. Oh, they're nasty. Yeah.
I fell on a high, but I was a kid.
There's no making them friendly.
No, there's almost no making these mean though.
I know. Oh well, I mean they have stingers. Yeah.
Aren't they going through like the colony collapse?
We are having another collapse this year. Yeah. The one in 2006 ended kind of, a long time ago, but we got another one coming this year.
Appreciate you, Chuck. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you guys.
It's gonna take some time researching your light bar. I'm gonna have to.
The answer is no. Just can you figure it out?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to.
You probably have to order it under a van that doesn't need one or want one. That's maybe, I don't know, or something like that.
I'm gonna try to see. I got a couple regional parts managers that I'll reach out to and try to see if there's anything we can do.
Okay, cool. I mean, I got these companies sending me these other light bars, and I give them away because they look like crap, and they're just not aerodynamic enough. And I don't really need a light bar.
There's some fun stuff. I seen some of those ones he did.
They gave me those running boards. I took them off. I mean, I guess if you're really short, running boards would work good. But for me, it was just.
But with the ride, it's supposed to lower somewhat for you. It should be decent,
Yeah.
Anyhow, I like the
Cool.
videos, man,
Alvin.
good stuff.
All right.
Alvin, are you scared of him?
I'm not quite.
This might be the only time in your life you can ever hold
Yeah,
a handful
come
of
hold them.
bees.
They're not gonna hurt you. You just gotta be very gentle.
They're the queen.
That's fun.
Not so much.
I never seen. I didn't think to see you out here doing this after the story I heard yesterday.
Well, he was like, he freaked them out at first, but when they're calm,
I mean, I was a little standoffish with them at first.
Yeah.
I got like all the way over there yesterday.
Which part of town do you live in?
Hodges.
Just yeah. Cool.
How about you?
I live on West Side over in Ortega, kind of. That's north of the Navy base.
Yeah, that's where I just moved over to Hodges.
Yeah.
Last year. I lived over there like 103rd.
Yeah.
For my whole life.
Yeah. So, are you guys getting much communication about the protest stuff? Is that going out globally to the teams? I don't think Jacksonville is like it is up in Washington and stuff like that, but I know as a company you guys are probably having to deal with, I don't know.
I keep hearing people talking about like certain dates, like the 29th.
Yeah, there is a takedown thing going on then. I think the stock is up today, which is just hilarious because everybody on Reddit's trying to short the stock, and today it's going up, I think. I don't know, I hope these MFers get freaking squeezed if they're putting their money where their mouth is. Yeah, stock's up 10% today. So it's crowded. You can't figure this out.
I feel like every other day somebody in there tells me, it's going to be a protest tomorrow. It's going to, like somebody had a protest.
Listen,
and then it doesn't happen.
I don't mind protest. If that's your right as an American. But man, when you're starting to deface innocent, people's vehicles. Yeah, I'm like, you don't even know that person. You may just have defaced somebody that just lost their job at the Park Service or something, right? So you think you're standing up for something, but you just actually made it worse.
Yeah. I mean, I have no relation, man. I'm just somebody that works here. You don't know my affiliation,
I'm just, yeah,
Here, they say Nazis,
That's
we're
so
just
dumb.
workers at the end of the day.
Most of the people saying Nazis don't even know what being a Nazi is.
Yeah.
Ugh. It does show you what social media can do as far as mobilizing and enraging, and it really can make people do some silly things.
I'm down a little distracted.
But you notice how once I put her in there, how it all just changed, right? They're just slowly working their way in there. Normally I would have this lid on top, but on this kind of surface, as you notice, the bees kind of can't walk and, you know.
Hand against the box, like gently, and just kind of like
I just don't
this.
know if you act on this or you just.
Well, we finally got the queen and she's in the box. The last few bees are going in here. We had a great little day here at the Tesla Service Center capturing this little swarm. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.